Hello guys, welcome to part 8 of What If Minato Had Adopted Obito. First of all, I want to say that this story doesn't belong to me, so if you want to read the full story for yourself, you can go down in the description to find the link to the original post and read the full story for yourself. That being said, let's get into the video. Kakashi who may not have looked it, but he was incredibly nervous. He could be a jonin at just 13, even during a time of war that was impressive. He had went over the mission briefing 14 times. He could almost memorized it. They were going to destroy the Kanabe Bridge, the hidden rocks, last support line from the hidden grass. Without the financial support and supplies from the hidden grass, the hidden rock could have almost no chance of defeating the hidden leaf. It was a brilliant strategical move. This was his chance to remain the Hatake name, redeem the Hatake name. If he could complete this mission and become a Jonin at just 13 years old, no one would be able to deny that. Kakashi looked out the window to see morning had come. He gathered his things and went out the door. Today was the big day. He sure as hell wasn't gonna mess this up. The Minato was waiting by the gate for Obito, slightly hoping he wasn't falling into old habit. Just as Rin was getting nervous, Obito appeared with a box under his arm. Sorry, I am late. Rin-chan said I was supposed to get Kakashi a present and I had to wait a bit for mine to be done. Rin couldn't believe he actually remembered. Nice job, Obito-kun. I really thought you had forgotten. Kakashi sighed. I told you I didn't want any presents. I didn't want any presents. Rin handed him her present. Well, too bad, because we got you some. Kakashi opened it to find new mask. Only this one had clearly been handmade. Rin, did you make this? Rin smiled. Yep, it is a special kind of material that's designed to be to be more breathable. I found it at the ninja supply store the other day, and I thought it would be perfect for your mask. Kakashi pointed to the shop. That one right there. They all looked and Rin said, "No, that one, that's not even a store." They looked back at Kakashi to see. Wow, Kakashi. They looked back at Kakashi to see he had put the new marks on when they weren't looking. Thanks for the marks, Rin. Obito handed him his present. Well, hope you like it. So Kakashi bamboozled them again. Nice. Kakashi opened it to find a new kunai, but with something special. They all had the Hatake clan symbol on them. Wow, these are amazing. Thanks, Obito. Obito smiled. Good, I figured you would like them. Minato looked at Kakashi. I got you an opportunity to be joining at 13. So don't looking at me. So don't go looking at me for a present. I got you an opportunity to be joining at 13, so don't go looking at me for a present. Kakashi put them away. Alright, do you all know the point of this mission? So, this time, Minato didn't give him a present. They all nodded. Then let's get moving. They had been moving for about 2 hours, but they were still at least 550 miles to go. Kakashi was slightly thanking God that nothing bad happened so far, so he decided the night before that they would get to the bridge and plan the chance as fast as possible. The less time they were in the enemy territory, the better. A couple of these summon dogs while staying close to them so that he could know if there were any enemy ninjas nearby. Kakashi was a bit surprised that they hadn't even assigned a single enemy ninja anywhere near them. He figured that at least one ninja would be on their route, but the only thing the dogs would told him about were some animals. He knew he could be thankful, but something about it didn't feel right. Should he ask Sensei? No. This was his mission. He needed to prove he could do this on his own. He turned back to his teammates. This seems like a little too quiet, so keep an eye out. I don't want to get caught in a trap. Minato smirked at his student. I was wondering if you'd noticed. Good call, Kakashi. Kakashi gave a sigh of relief. Looks like he had been doing the right thing right after all. Was doing all right after all. It had been another 2 hours and they were less than 25 miles out. Kakashi could see the Rin and Obito were starting to get tired and honest was to be honest, so was he. They had been moving for 4 straight hours. Kakashi didn't like it, but he knew they all needed a break. Alright, people, we are taking a half an hour break. Not a minute more, so make it count. They all nodded, and Minato walked up to Kakashi. Good call. We want to be out of here quick, but we don't want to be dead on our feet if we meet an enemy. Kakashi sat down. He was doing all well so far. He just hoped them not seeing any yet. It wasn't a bad omen. No, he just hoped them that no, he hoped them that not seeing anyone yet wasn't a bad omen. Rin decided to go off and get some water from the river nearby. The boy were busy talking, and Kakashi had said the dogs hadn't smelled anyone. So she didn't think she really needed to tell anyone that she was going. She got to the river and pulled out her canteen to get some water. What she didn't know is that at the distance she had gone, the dogs wouldn't be able to smell anymore. Unfortunately for her, someone was watching from the distance. Two hidden drug shinobi to be specific. Tiski, who was using his camouflage jutsu, turned to his partner. Kako, isn't the one of the leaf ninjas? Kako nodded. Yeah, and she's alone. Come on, let's get her and see what she's doing here. Kakashi stood up and stretched. All stretched. All right, breaks over. Let's get moving. Obito was looking around. Guys, cannot find Rin. Kakashi looked at his dogs nervously. They shook their heads to tell him they couldn't smell her. He looked at Obito. The dogs can smell her. Do you know where she went? Obito shook his head. No. She must have left when we were talking. Kakashi didn't like this. Damn, Rin, what the hell are you doing? Minato put his hand on Kakashi's shoulder. It is your call. Kakashi, do you go after her or finish the mission? Kakashi was terrified. What the hell was he supposed to do? Supposed to go do? Obito looked at him. Oh, come on, Kakashi, you cannot just abandon her like that. Kakashi was frozen. It was a situation like this that killed his father, that made him disgrace. Abandoned the mission. He abandoned the mission and went after his friends instead. Could he do that? Just to give up his chance to be Jonin? He was shaken out of his thought when Obito yelled again. This girl had made your marks for Pete's sakes. She's one of your own she's one of your only friends. How can you even question this? Kakashi felt his marks mumble in a quiet voice. Those who break the rules are trash. Obito was about to punch him, but he said in a loud voice, "But those who abandon their friends are worse than trash. We are going after her." Obito jumped into the air. That what I'm talking about. Can you hunter track her? Can your hounds track her? Kakashi nodded. Yeah, if you have something that has her scent on it. Obito pulled out a scarf. She asked me to hold on to this. Kakashi let his dog sniff it and saw his sensei looked at him. Sensei, I know we have a mission. Minato stopped him. Don't worry, I'm with you on this one. Kakashi's dog barked, which means they had Rin scent. They started to follow the dogs. All of them prayed Rhinos Kako, who had been in a cave, working on the girl with his genjutsu for almost half an hour. But to Aviel, he didn't know how. But this kid was relating to resisting all of it. Most people who were twice as old as her would have given in 10 minutes ago. Shin scoffed at him. Don't you get it? I'm not telling you anything. My friends are going to be here soon, and you are screwed. Kako chuckled. We will see now. How about we go over this again? Why were you and your friends coming here? The genjutsu activated and once again Rin found herself fighting to stay strong. Rin opened her mouth. We came here to Kanko leaned in. Yes. Rin finished. Tell you to go F yourself. Kanko smacked her. Little witch. Fine, I'm not gonna stop until you tell us, so you just fight as long as you want. Rin thought of herself. Please guys, hurry up. Tasuku, who was going his camouflage, who was using his camouflage jutsu, saw three-person heading close to his and Kako's location. He was nervous. He was made when he saw the dogs. He was made when he saw the dogs. By them seemed forced on someone else's focused on someone else's scent. Most likely the girls. The group suddenly stopped and he did his best to listen to what they were saying. Kakashi turned to his two teammates. She is just a few hundred meters ahead. Get ready, she is probably not alone. He turned to his dog. How many enemies do you smell in the area? The dog sniffed the air. Two unknown. You guys and Rin. Two unknowns, you guys and Rin. Kakashi nodded. Good, we outnumbered them. Obito activated his Sharingan and tell them Obito, activate your Sharingan and tell me what you see. Obito did as he was told. Alright, but I have only one Tomoe. Obito suddenly noticed something. Kakashi, someone's watching us. My Sharingan can see through the genjutsu that he is using. Kakashi looked where he was grazing to and threw a kunai, gesturing to and threw a kunai. Tosuke raised his own and deflected it, dropping the genjutsu. Obito turned to his friend. You guys go ahead. I'm the one who can see through his genjutsu, so it makes the most sense for me to fight him. Kakashi looked at him. You better bring her back safe. Obito looked at him. Kakashi looked at him. You better bring her back safe. Kakashi and Obito looked at him. You better bring her safe. Kakashi and Minato moved forward, and Obito turned to Tusky. The time to show them just how much stronger I have gotten. Kako was about to beat her living crap out of the girl. He had some fight before had some fighters before, but no one her age had even fought for this long. Okay, I am getting real tired of this. If you don't tell me what I want to know, I am going to. Kakashi appeared behind him. You aren't going to do jack shit except for letting her go. Kankuro snored. What do you think you are doing? What do you think? What do you think you can take me on? Take me? Kakashi smirked. Not for certain, but he can. But he can. Minato appeared on the other side of him. Give her back, or you will be killed. Kanko saw a scoff. So this is how it is, huh? Well, why don't I show you a little trick of mine? He made some handheld rock lodging decision. The cave began to collapse around them just as Obito ran in. What's going on? Kakashi was impressed. Did you beat that guy already? Obito smirked. Without that genjutsu, he just wasn't much of a ninja. Minato grabbed Rin. Let's get moving. I can only take one person with my teleportation, and Rin's hurt. So you guys are gonna have to get out yourself. Obito and Kakashi saw him flash away and started running out. Kako not far behind them. Kako began to throw kunais at them, which they easily deflected. As for the falling rocks, Kakashi was easily able to dodge them with his speed, and Obito was having even easier time with his Sharingan. Obito made some quick handsill and turned to Kako. Fireball Jutsu! The cave became too narrow, forcing Kako to take a moment to make a mud wall to stop it. Obito and Kakashi used that time to get out of the cave while it was collapsed around Kako. They were panting heavily. Nice move with the fireball. Obito nodded. Thanks. I figured he would have to to dodge it. He wouldn't have space to dodge it. Rin ran up to them. Are you guys okay? Oh, are you guys okay? Obito hugged. Yeah. What about you? Rin cuddled into him. I'm just fine, thanks to you guys. Rin leaned up and gave him his causing Kakashi to joke. What? Don't I get one of those? Rin smacked. Take the mask off. Rin smirked. Take the mask off. Kakashi laughed. Well played, Rin. Well played. Minato smiled at his team. Good job, guys. Let's go finish this. The bridge is 2.5 hours away. After that, we head home. Oh, and make Kakashi promotion official. Of course. Kakashi's eyes went wide. You mean, but I could have cost us the mission if this took too long. Minato shrugged. True, but no good comrade just abandoned his men. True, but no good commander just abandoned his men, especially when he can blow up the bridge at any time. When he can blow up that bridge at any time, you have earned it. Kakashi, I'm proud of you. Kakashi was grinning year to year. Under his year to year under his marks, he actually did it. Obito and Rin smiled at him, and Sensei laughed. This might have been the best day for Kakashi's life. That's all for part 8. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribing is the best way to be notified for future parts. That being said, I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.